Yay! So this is our Fit by the 4th kickoff Zoom for our challenge for June, and I'm so excited to have everybody on. Thanks for taking the time. So why don't we just go around and introduce ourselves. If you can say hi, who you are. How about, let's see, I wasn't prepared about the introductions. How about share, what is your biggest fear going into this 21 days? So if you're a coach, you could maybe share, I mean, we still have fears. Or you could share what your fear was like the very first time you ever did your first 21 day, whatever you want to do. I see, let's start with Dawn since you're already unmuted. Dawn, you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
My name's Dawn, and I have been a coach since November of 2014. And I started in a little 5-day challenge with Sheila. It was Save the Tatas, and you know, I'd watched her post and I thought, okay, well, I'll do this. At least I'm giving back to something, because that particular group did like 5 days. You bought 5 days worth of Shakeology, a little above the cost, and then they donated that extra to breast cancer research. So that's when I started, and then I went on and did the 21 day in November and joined up as a coach, and it's been great. And gosh, my biggest fears when I started, I don't know. I don't even remember that far back what my fears were.
Okay, tell me what your fear is. Do you have any fears going into this next 21 days?
Right now I have 5 weeks left of Body Beast. I started Body Beast because Alex and I are going to be working out with Sagi in Nashville next month. So my biggest fear is I am not going to be strong enough to do push-ups when I work out with them. That's my biggest fear. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm really glad that he probably won't have any pull-up bars or anything anymore around.
Yeah, I have not done that program yet.
It's a lot of weightlifting, and it's actually fun. We're actually also in another little private group of his. It's called the Beast Up Family Legacy Group.
Oh, cool.
And there's about 3,000 people in it, but there's a lot of people that post consistently in it, and it's been really fun and really inspiring. And you know, he chimes in and has videos and has different little workouts that he does, so it's been fun.
That's awesome. Thank you. I'm excited to hear more about it too. Victoria, do you want to introduce yourself and just tell us maybe your biggest fear, and tell us how long if this is brand new to you, what program you're doing?
Sure. My name's Victoria Vinyevsky. I'm going to be 40 this year. I have 2 little kids, one-year-old girl, Samantha, and a 4-year-old boy, Adam. I worked out on a regular basis. While I was pregnant, I worked out also. I did CrossFit. After I had my daughter, though, I haven't really worked out. I use the excuse that I'm too busy. And I've always had weight problems. I did several years back, I did lose about 80 pounds, but I never actually reached my goal weight that I wanted to be. And so I done the Beachbody workouts. I really love the dance workouts. And then I purchased Size a few weeks ago, and then April contacted me. And at first, I really thought it was a spam email. I don't know why. But then I decided I really need to give it a shot. And so I emailed her, and she was really nice. And I thought, you know, I really need to lose weight. I need to get healthy. Let me give this a shot. And so she encouraged me to join this group. And I'm really excited. I actually, this Friday, started the 3-day refresh.
Awesome. Yes.
I actually feel really good. I thought I was going to feel awful and I wouldn't be able to do it, but I feel great. And I actually been having ankle pain for a while, and it doesn't hurt that much anymore.
Oh, that's so great.
So I'm really looking forward to the 21 days.
Yes.
I don't know, my fears are just maybe not prepping my meals as well as I should or could. But I think that I can do it. I think I'll be able to do it.
Isn't that awesome? Like you share the fear and then you're like, actually, I can do it though.
Yeah. So that's the biggest.
Done it.
Yeah. And then maybe working out, but I've talked to my husband about it, and he's willing to watch the kids so I can work out. So
that's great.
I think I'll be
support.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad to meet you. Thank you for sharing that a little bit about your background and that you have had success in losing weight, but then you still had more. And so you have a great journey. Like you started and you have a great support system.
Yeah.
You have April, you have all of us, you have your husband already like, okay, you got it, go work out. I'm going to watch the kids. You have a great program that you're going to do. And that's awesome. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
So are you going to do size during this time?
I have the 21 day. I'm going to do that one. Yeah.
Yeah. The 21 day fix now.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. That's great. You'll love those workouts.
Yeah.
So great. Awesome. Do you have any questions or anything for us?
I don't think so. My main thing was, so once the 21 days are up, I just keep going, right? I can start from the
You could start again. Yeah, like you're 20
going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're this is a lifestyle. Each person will individually talk to their coach and see obviously what they're going to do next. Like some people have already been doing a different program and so they'll do something else. But the 21 day fix, if it's your first time, whatever April tells you that you need to do. I mean, it's all individualized. We're all customizing each thing, but we don't stop. No, we don't. Yeah. We're not like.
Well, yeah. I just didn't know if I would do a different plan or
So April, do you want to address that? Because I know what I don't want to be the.
Yeah, that's definitely something that you and I, Victoria, will talk about.
Okay.
When I started, I did the 21 day fix, and I did it for, I want to say 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So 3 months.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the 21 day fix extreme.
Okay.
So it's really kind of, where are you?
Yeah.
Have you plateaued?
Yeah.
Are you needing something different?
Okay.
I love the meal plan, so I wanted to stay on with the 21 day thing. And now I've moved to Hammer and Chisel, which is still Autumn with Sagi, and it's the same meal plan because I really dig it. But I'm going to be moving into some Shaun T stuff soon, but I feel like I have enough foundation that I can do that. So that's something you and I will totally we'll mesh and we'll figure that out for the best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Each person would do something different just according to where they are. I'll tell you personally, I live by the 21 day fix meal plan. And I use that for every workout program I do because I found that that's my lifestyle that works best for me.
Yeah.
Because some of the older programs, they do have different types of meal plans. But for me, it just works best for that portion control lifestyle because the 21 day fix came after a lot of these other older programs.
Okay.
Yeah. So your coach is very well equipped and she will help you individualize, customize it for you.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So is that Michelle? Okay. Unmute yourself, Michelle. I want Michelle to say hello. I just saw M's phone. I was like, who's that? That is my Michelle. Can you unmute?
Sorry, yes, hi.
Hi.
I'm
It's okay.
due to a series of unfortunate events. I am so sorry I'm so late. I won't go into graphic details, so we'll just spare that.
You're totally fine. You're right timing, good timing. We just have a few more people, so you're totally fine. So why don't you introduce yourself? We're just asking the question, what's your biggest fear going into this 21 days? Maybe just tell a little bit about your background, how long you've been with us, what you've been doing, what program you're going to do, that kind of thing.
Okay, so my name is Michelle. I live in Eureka, California, which is amongst the redwoods. Jessica knows exactly where I'm at. I used to live in Portland, so I know exactly where a lot of you are at. Anyway, real quick history with Jessica is her husband and I grew up in the same church, so I've known him since he was a very young boy. And then my grandparents knew his grandparents, and that's how far we go back. Okay, into that. And so, let's see. Jessica has been lovingly been supporting me for about over a year, but I finally didn't put my heart and soul of it until this year. So this will be my third round that I'm really being committed. Okay, third round of being committed. These last 2 weeks were probably the worst 2 weeks I've had in a long time, and I never want to go through 2 weeks again like that. I like it when we can be continuous, but I know we have to have that break. I know, and that is a true test of how can you make this work in the real world? I mean, without, everybody. So summertime, as you know, graduation parties, going out of town, it was a huge challenge. So anyway, I can't wait to get started again. Super excited. And so I'm all, mentally prepared for that. I talk with my hands a lot, so I apologize. Anyway, let's see, I'm getting really mentally prepared. I'm working on a Zen room. I know that kind of sounds funny, and I'll explain what this is. I like my stuff. As my husband says, I'm very attached to my stuff. I'm working on getting rid of and unattached to my stuff. I am not ready for an episode of Hoarders, so don't worry about that. However, he says I have a Michaels Jr. in one of my rooms, which is true. I used to work there, but it's also part of a side business that I do. And so there's one main room that used to be his man cave, but turning into a Zen room because we need to have one place that doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. So that's my project this weekend, because it's also going to be our exercise room. So I'm using it to do my, that was my commitment to try to do more exercises and stuff. So especially all the cardio fixes. I'm really trying to get through the cardio fix solid for, that's my challenge this entire time. We did go hiking yesterday, which got me really motivated. So that was really great. We've been playing golf. We went golf last weekend. I went to the range this weekend, and that's helping me get exercise and motivated and stuff. And so anyway, that's where I'm at. And my biggest fear is, it just not, I don't want to go backwards, I guess. It's just, and I felt myself backsliding the last couple of weeks, and it's been terrifying me. So anyway.
Awesome. Michelle, thank you so much for just kind of filling us in where you're at, where you've been. And I truly love your journey even to this day, because although you had the tools for a long time, you weren't ready.
Yeah.
You weren't ready.
Right. Yeah.
And so we don't, as coaches, I cringe at the word convince, because when a coach says, I couldn't convince them to join me, I always want to cringe and say, you are never going to convince anybody to change their life. Like, this is a lifestyle change. Somebody has to be ready. Right. So you had the tools, but until about you said 3 months ago or so, you were ready and you were committed, and you have been, you have made huge changes and huge strides. And those that are listening on, there's not everybody here wasn't here on the last results Zoom. So at the end of this 21 days, we'll have a results one. And Michelle shared some amazing results that she's had internally, and just coming to terms with some things. And I just think that those are the biggest types of results that we can have, is really when we dive into the internal things and find out what is holding us back, really. So I love you, and I'm so glad that you're here.
Yeah.
And your fear about going backwards, I understand that part about having that break in between, because even as a coach, I'm the same way. And like you said, I loved how you put it, that it's about finding how to live in the real world, like without having, you still always have me, but we're just not an active day-to-day posting of our day,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that shows the power of that. These challenge groups are so important too, to have that support and that accountability every day. So awesome. Okay. Let's see, I know I miss Shanna. Shana. I said it right the first time, and then let's let her unmute herself. And Michelle, you want to mute yourself then, so in case there's background. Shanna.
Shanna.
I said it the right
I'm so Shanna.
Yep, I said it right the first time I heard it. Okay.
Got it.
So Shanna, do you want to take a moment and you introduce yourself? Tell us what program you're doing and what your biggest fear is, and tell us if this is your first one or first time or.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. It's really nice to meet you and be a part of a support environment. I have never done any program before. I've never been on a diet. Not that I'm calling this a diet, because I don't see this as a diet, because it's learning portion control and learning, consistent lifestyle, which I love the idea of having lifestyle consistent changes. Because that's what's going to keep it. That's what's going to stay. So the program that I'm doing is, I guess there's different programs. 21 Day Fix.
21 Day Fix. Yeah.
Okay.
21 Day Fix.
With the vegan chocolate.
Awesome.
Ecology.
Yeah.
And I would not have gotten the guts to do this, but Joy, my coach, gave me 3 bags of this super delicious stuff. And then I'm like, where can I get this? And she was like, well, I'm like, you.
You don't mean 3 bags, but 3 packets?
What's that?
3 packets. You mean 3 packets?
No, she gave me 3 of her shakes.
Oh, yes. Okay, 3 shakes. Yeah.
Yeah, she gave out of her bag, which was really so generous. It was really sweet. And then I was like, oh man, this is so delicious and satisfying and, filling and everything. And motivations, another motivation is I'm going on a family vacation, extend like all my family to Mexico. There's like 19 of us with my sisters.
Oh.
So I'm like, darn it, I guess. There's some motivation there, of course. Not that I'm saying I would never have done this, but it was kind of like, I really want to look better in a bathing suit, like really bad. No, but I mean, it's good just to learn, these better health lifestyle changes anyway. I am afraid of failing, which is typical of me anyway. And I get chronic consistent headaches from that I've had for a really long time that happen when I go through transitions. And I just
hold on. I'm sorry. Let me just interrupt you for just a minute. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. I'll have to introduce her next, but yeah, thank you. Okay, what did you say about the headaches? I didn't hear you after the headaches.
Yeah, I get chronic or consistent tension headaches after I experience a lot of change. And I just moved from Washington, D.C. to Colorado near Joy. And I have moved 5 times in the last 6 years. So every time I move and go through a transition, it's really hard for me. So I'm still getting them. And anytime I work out that I push my body too hard, I get them really bad. So I'm worried with having the videos that I can't pace myself very well. I get, even if I do a class, I push myself really hard. So I do a lot of walking and swimming just because it's really gentle, and, hiking, just something that's gentle. So having a workout where I'm using weights and doing push-ups, and I'm afraid that it's going to like kick me into a bad place. But,
yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. Where you came from, and that this is your first time doing 21 Day Fix, and that your biggest fear is that you're afraid that you're going to fail. About the headaches, I'm sure Joy has talked to you about that. But I'll just speak about my own personal example, is that I also had terrible, terrible headaches. Now, I worked long hours, and so around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I would get like almost migraine type headaches. About 3 to 4 months, I think it was 3 to 4 months of drinking Shakeology consistently, I no longer had those. I still will get maybe one every maybe 3 months, 4 months now, but it's like one compared to it was almost daily.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, I probably haven't gotten one since I've been drinking the vegan, because I wasn't drinking vegan for a long time, like the first year. So since the vegan, I really haven't had any. I actually think about that. So anyway, I hope that would be a benefit for you. I have heard it happen for a lot of people, that headaches have gone away for them. So definitely keep us in the loop about that. Obviously you'll be sharing in the group. So I would love to hear if you see any improvement on that. And then again, with the 21 Day Fix, it does have modifications. That there's a person, Kat, she's awesome, and she'll be on the right side of your screen, and they'll introduce you to her. So it would be the less of the impact. So if you just want to start with her only, and that's all you stick with, you're still going to see awesome benefits.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's just a tip to do if you're like kind of nervous even going into it, maybe those, that staying with the modifier. So not having that big bounce. Can I ask that Carissa, is that your name? Would you like to unmute yourself? I'd like to introduce.
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm Jessica. How are you? Nice to meet you. Can you tell us who your coach is?
Joy.
Oh, awesome. Another Joy's. Okay, Carissa. And I'm Jessica, and we're all here getting ready to start our fix. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, if you felt good? And tell us if this is your first time, and what if you're doing the 21 Day Fix, and then finally what your biggest fear is.
Yes, my name is Carissa. I am from Miami. I live in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And this is my first time doing it. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited. I think I eat pretty much healthy. And I've been trying the portion control, the little things. And they're okay. They're okay. I thought I was going to starve, but no, I'm doing okay. And I am actually very looking forward to doing this. I am a mom of 5, so I'm very busy. And my youngest, he's 2. He's going to be 2 next month. So I'm trying to get back to my body. I want to get toned.
Yes. That's awesome. Tell us what your biggest fear is kind of going into this. Do you have any?
I
You don't
don't
have to have
know.
one.
I really like to get into things and start and finish them. So I'm pretty optimistic about
Good.
getting the commitment. My husband said he was going to join me in the exercises, so that's going to be good.
Great.
We'll see how that goes.
Good. I'm so glad you have the support. That's really important. That's key, as all of us. Your coach, Joy, is phenomenal. We all love her. And so I'm super excited. It sounds like that. I love that you don't really have a big fear, that you're optimistic, you're excited, that you already started trying to use the portion control, and that, wow, girl, 5 kids. I commend you. I'm the oldest of 5. So I know what it's like to be the child growing up.
Right.
I'll tell you, my mom exercised all the time. She gave me a good example. We did like Jane Fonda home video workouts, if anybody knows who Jane Fonda is, but home workouts, and I did them all the time with her growing up. So that's a really great example for your kids.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm trying to instill in them since now. I do have an event in November that I'll be hosting, a big event. So I am trying to get in shape right now. So when Joy came up to me, I'm like, yes, it's perfect timing. I need it. And so
Great.
that goal. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, great. I'm just welcome you. I'm really excited to get to hear how you go through this and the results that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Jenny Patton, you want to go? Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about where you have been, your journey. I'd love for you to share that. And then if you have any fears going forward.
Wasn't going to let me unmute it. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you
I
great.
got new headphones.
Oh, yay!
My other ones weren't working. So I've been doing the 21-day fix, I think, for 2 years.
Yeah.
Jude's 2.
Yeah. So she means
Crazy.
the 21-day fix meal plan.
Meal plan, yes.
Not the same
So
workouts every single time.
same workouts every single time, and I've done a lot of other Beachbody workouts.
Yeah, a lot of different fitness program, but the same meal plan. Yep.
Yes. So right now I'm on 22-minute hardcore. I took a 2-week break. I haven't done that for almost 2 years.
Wow.
I took a 2-week break. My body just needed to rest, so I've rested it. So I'm really excited to jump back. I'm on week 5 of 22-minute hardcore. I did the 3-day Shakeology cleanse this last week. It was awesome.
Great.
Loved it. I feel so good.
Good.
So I guess I don't know if I really have the biggest fear for challenge.
Okay. Do you remember what your biggest fear was back then when you started with?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I was so afraid to fail.
Yeah.
I had tried so many other things to lose weight. Like the list was very, very long.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about where you started with your weight and where you are now with your weight loss?
So I believe when I was pregnant with Jude and after I had him, I believe I was around 235. So I believe I've lost about 53 pounds, maybe even a little bit more than that. So, and I actually forgot to post my last results for last time. I didn't lose weight, but I lost 4.5 inches.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So
still losing inches.
Still losing inches. I got a lot more to go. I've got about 20 pounds left to lose that I'm really trying to buckle down and get off. But
sometimes those last 20 pounds are the hardest that I've heard.
Oh, they're horrible.
They always say they stick around. Yeah.
They stick around for a long time.
You gotta like change things up like you're doing already.
I said the first 53 was a piece of cake compared to the last 20. I'll be totally honest. 53 came off like no big deal. I guess my biggest fear starting was failure of not being able to stick to the program and those types of things. I was really scared. But after the first 21 days with Jessica, I remember her sending me a thing being like, I cannot believe I lost this much weight. This is ridiculous. Like just being so excited because I lost 11 pounds my first challenge with 14 inches.
Yes.
It was just like, this is it. And it's been it for, 2 years.
Yeah.
And Chris has lost my husband's lost 35 pounds.
Look at that. Together,
And-
they've lost like a person.
Yes.
Say that.
We've lost like Jayla.
Like a little, yeah, like a little person. You've lost like
Yes.
my 11-year-old.
Yeah. So, and our kids eat so much healthier. We took them out for a dinner for Christopher's birthday last week, and we let them order whatever they want, and they didn't even eat it. They ate my food
Oh my God.
because they said it was disgusting. I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I done with my kids? But no, all good. So been such an awesome lifestyle change for us. It's really been life-changing. My dad died at 52, and so of a heart attack. And so I have decided that that's not going to be, for me. I'm going to be a long time to drive my family nuts. That's what I always tell them.
Jenny, I want to weigh in there. I lost my mom at 52 as well from a heart attack. So
Yeah.
I totally feel that. So I
Yeah.
understand that. I understand.
Yeah.
That, so.
It's a life changer. That's a life
It is.
changer.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Jenny, for sharing. I'm so glad that you didn't quit.
Right.
glad that
And I
you
won't ever.
Yeah,
This has been it. Yeah.
it's awesome.
This is my ending spot.
I get to. All right, because I've been with Jenny forever, and I've known her since we were little. So it's
Yes.
pretty incredible to be doing what I'm doing.
I remember Jane Fonda
Same
from your mom. That's so funny.
She came over and did it with us.
Oh, I'm sure. Jamie. Oh, yes. I remember Jane Fonda. Absolutely.
Oh,
From
yeah.
when we were little.
Like warmers with you there?
Yes.
It's awesome. Okay, great. Did I get everybody? No, April.
Hi, we're driving home, so
Okay, if you don't have a
that's
lot
why I
of
keep going on mute and
yes.
off video, because it was like the sun was like a strobe light on the like that.
I like the flash, right?
Yeah. So if you don't know me, my name is April, and I've been a coach. I'm going on 10 months now. It's my dream job, the best career I could have ever possibly imagined. And I almost walked away 3 times before I even started my first challenge. I have 3 children, 17, 9 until Tuesday, and 7. And my husband did T25 for 8 months, while I laid in bed late every morning, feeling sorry for myself because I'd been in a car accident, overweight. I was eating clean, but I was eating a lot, and I just thought, I had headaches from a car accident. So when you're mentioning the headaches, I don't have them hardly. I mean, I would have them from the time I woke up till the time I went to bed, and I just don't anymore. And it took me that long. He lost 50 pounds on T25, and I still didn't do it until I met Jessica. So, yeah. So I'm a little rebellious. And it sometimes bites me in the butt. So, but I met Jess, and it just changed my whole life. So when I started, my biggest fear, and why I almost quit 3 times, because I signed up as a coach just to get the discount. But then I really wanted to be a challenger first. I didn't even think about coaching. My biggest fear was that I was going to embarrass myself on the group by not having a beach body. Mm-hmm. By not being
By being who you are. By being
fit.
who you were. Yeah.
By not being fit. And I just assumed that coming on here, that everyone was going to look like a supermodel, and I was going to be this lame duck, like dragging everybody down with me into the abyss of lazy, sloth, bloated unhappiness with my body. So, yeah, but I just did it anyway, because that's kind of my personality, feel the fear and do it anyway. And then within 3 challenges, I lost 2 feet off my body. I love saying 2 feet, which is crazy. I've barely lost any pounds. I think I've only lost, I mean, I don't have a scale, but last time I was at the doctor, I think I've lost 7 pounds in almost 10 months, which is,
Crazy.
you know, not much of anything. But the inches, I'm so much stronger. I've gone down about 3 sizes. And I found my dream career. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome. But I was really ready to quit before I even really got out of the starting gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so glad that you shared that. Every time that you share your story, I hear different things. I didn't know that your biggest fear was that. I don't know if I ever asked you or if you didn't tell me. Maybe I didn't
I don't
ask
think you ever asked me.
I know. I probably did.
Yeah.
Wow, because you thought we had beach bodies.
Yeah.
I know that name.
I just figured you guys had all been doing this for, 100 years,
Yeah.
and I was just this new person. And now I know that there's always new people, but I didn't know that before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's always-
it's an interesting perspective,
Yeah.
when you're on the outside of it, when you're first starting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that you say how you lost 2 feet. I like that visual.
Crazy, right?
And crazy that, see, the scale is just crazy because to go down 2 feet and to lose three pant sizes, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then that converts to 7 pounds. Like it's replacing it with the muscle. Like, and the
Right.
yeah. It's like,
Right.
You had,
Absolutely.
like, perfect timing of the muscles going in there. So, like,
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
what the common misconception is that muscle weighs more than fat, but muscle weighs the same as fat. 5 pounds of muscle is the same as 5 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
But fat takes up a lot more space.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yep.
awesome. Thank you so much, April.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love that you
Thanks
shared
for putting up with me moving and the
Oh.
light and
Yeah.
all that.
That sheds the light on you. It's great. Awesome. I'm just kind of taken aback by your story a lot of times. So I always am like, I gotta take a breath. Okay. So great. Anybody have any questions? That is kind of what I have. Well, maybe I'll share mine. Yeah, I'll share mine. Wait, let me see if I had anything else I wanted. Okay. Yeah, I'll share mine. So I started in May 2 years ago, was my first 21-day fix. And I came in from not a goal of losing weight. I'd fluctuated a little bit in my early 20s. Obviously, when I had a child, I gained like 60 pounds, but lost quite a bit of that after I had him because I was super young, like 21. But I was a long distance runner. And if anybody knows about running, you can be any size when you're running. It's maybe not super comfortable, but I didn't go into running to lose weight, but I wanted to be toned. And I also just, for the first time, I was never into athletics or anything growing up. I was a gym goer sporadically and practiced yoga sporadically. But I found that running was a passion. And so that's actually something I would do every day. I loved it. I'd sign up for races upon races. And I finally got to a marathon and did the marathon. And it was always like going for the next thing, going for the next race, going for the next goal. But it was a competition against myself. So that was really good. That put me in a good framework for this because it's a competition against who I am yesterday, not any of you. And so that's how what running was for me. It was in competition of like what I did last time. And so what could I do better to improve? But I was pretty much kind of addicted to running in the fact that that's all I did. So when you're wearing and tearing on you, and I started running when I was 33 or 34, I wasn't super young, and you're wearing and tear on the pavement all the time like that, you're bound to get hurt. And I did, and I was super depressed because that's all I did for my therapy was running. And I was a single mom for 10 years, and I was so excited to just get out and start running because it like helped me with my life. And then I couldn't do it. So one of my friends invited me to do a 21-day fix. I'm like, perfect timing. I need to do this. But I had just gotten married. So I was like, hang on, I want to wait till the next month. So I jumped in, newly married, moved in with my husband, had a new stepson and my own son, and then was like trying to do this lifestyle change. A little crazy. Not the best timing, but nor ever is it, right? so within a very short time, a couple weeks into that group, I was watching this amazing group. I loved the support. I had some support in running, but it was nothing like this. The camaraderie in here, the support, the encouragement, it doesn't matter if you suck today, you're going to be better tomorrow kind of thing. I loved it. I was addicted to that. I wanted more. So I just asked my coach, what is she doing? She was a mom. She was working full time. She was coaching. And I said, I want to share this with other people because I love it. And she said, this is how. And I was like, awesome. Where do I sign up? Well, no, I waited about a month to figure out, talk to my husband, prayed about it a little bit because I knew that I wanted to do this as like actually working. I was a pharmacy technician at the time for 10 years, hated my job. Didn't think at that time that I was going to do anything with this long term, but I just was like, I loved what it was doing to me. So my first 21-day group, I lost 7 inches, and that was the most I'd ever lost since I had a baby. And I felt stronger and better, and so I started to get out there and run again. And I'll tell you, after like 2 or 3 months of doing the fix, I was running faster than taking that whole break from running than I had been the pace I was going before. So that was like a huge mind changer for me. And then I was like, I'm going to share this with all my running friends. But as you'll find, we're very stubborn running people are very stubborn. I don't know if there's any runners on the line, but we are like, running is the only thing. So they're a little stubborn. But again, I'm very rebellious like April too. And but I followed what my coach said and I loved it. And so I decided to do it. A couple months after that, I was at a big event and I saw what other Beachbody coaches, women, moms like me, who had quit their jobs. This was their full-time work. And I could not believe that this could be enough income, enough time, that I would help enough people, that I wouldn't quit because I've quit everything. And that I wouldn't get sick of it because I'd gotten sick of everything else. I'd been in lots of different jobs, tons of different jobs. And pharmacy was the longest I'd ever stayed in anything. And so I thought, well, I'm always just going to be a pharmacy tech because that's what I've been doing for this long. And so I learned so much in a short amount of time and shared it with one person. And they would share it with somebody and just kept on growing. And I'm like, I could quit this job. So within 7 months, I did. Quit my job, fired that stinking boss, and no longer had to clock in at Fred Meyer. I worked at the Fred Meyer pharmacy and no longer had to clock in anymore. And it's a dream, like April said. This is not always, not all Beachbody coaches quit their jobs like us. There's a smaller group of us that do actually, well, it's growing, but it works for some people to completely quit the job that they hated or that they, didn't have a passion for, and this is their passion. So I can financially support my family along with my husband, obviously, and then build this amazing tribe of people. And you all are here because I didn't quit. It's crazy. So anyway, so I've done, like Jenny, I've done lots and lots of programs, numerous. I love them all. Obviously I have my favorites. So if you have any questions about, I'm sure you could ask your coach, but I maybe have done the program. So as you move on, the 21-day fix, again, like I said, the 21-day fix meal plan is what I follow every time I start a new group. And I've never not had a month of doing a group since I started. So for 24 months, this is my 24th month. I just had my 2-year anniversary, June 9th last week. So I've been doing a 21-day fix since May because that was my first one as a challenger. And I always follow the 21-day fix meal plan along with you all while you're doing it. And then I do it just whatever fitness program I've decided to, whatever new one is out, whatever I have a passion for doing. And I've loved them all the ones I've tried, as well as Beachbody On Demand. There's just tons of different programs that you can try and not actually, you can bounce around a little bit and see if you like them, kind of try them out before you decide to commit to the whole program. So that's awesome. So any questions? Anybody want to unmute themselves? Do you have any questions for any of us specifically or about your program, what you have coming up? And then if not, I will share some final things. Anybody have any questions, comments? I'm glad you all came. Okay, so then I'll just finish up here. Okay, so thank you so much for being on tonight. I was hoping to just keep it to an hour, so we were a little bit under, so that's great. I so appreciate it. You are all going to be in a raffle, not you all, not the coaches, but the challengers that are on here are going to be in a raffle, and you're going to get a prize just for showing up here. Who doesn't like prizes? So your names, I have all your names down. I want to make sure I do. So I have Carissa is with Joy. I have Shanna with Joy. Okay. I have Victoria with April. I just put the coach so I know who's the coach. Okay. And then Michelle is with me. Yay, that's everybody? Okay. I kind of did a lot of scribbles, so I need to make sure I got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Jessica, how are you feeling with your battle of your last year with your illness that you just went through? How are you feeling?
Thank you. I have been very sick this last week. Really since starting Shakeology almost 2 years ago, and my husband, like, we don't really get sick hardly at all. So I was really surprised. I used to get strep throat when I worked at the pharmacy, like all the time. And so I had strep throat this last week for the first time in, 2.5, 3 years. But before that, the weekend before, I actually had I think it was food poisoning. So it was a horrible, last weekend I was vomiting and you know what else? The 24 hours. And then 2 days later, I barely started to feel better and I got strep throat, which is so awful if you ever had it. So I got on antibiotics, which I hate, but I had to do it. And so I've been completely out. Thank you, Michelle, for asking. And I am starting now. So what I'm going to be doing this 21 days is a plant-based cleanse. It's a detox type of thing. It's from Beachbody, called the Ultimate Reset. And the 3-day refresh is awesome, and I've done that. That's more of a 3-day cleanse, and this is a 21-day. And it goes from each week, you basically kind of get rid of food groups. And so your first week, you are getting rid of dairy, and then you have a little bit of meat still and a little bit of grains. And then the last 2 weeks, you're basically vegan. So a lot of just plant-based stuff. So, and then I could drink Shakeology, obviously, too. And then there's supplements, there's minerals that you can put in your water. It's super intense. I've known about this program since I started, and I was totally rebellious. No, never would ever do this. But me personally, I believe it's the perfect timing to do it. I was starting to get, while this is my lifestyle, I was starting to get lax in things feeling like I needed coffee every single day. I love coffee. I love the taste of it, but I was feeling like I needed it every single day. I don't like to be dependent on something. And also I wasn't as strict with my eating as far as clean eating. We would go out to a restaurant and I would just be like, oh, I've been good. I'm it's something going on with me mentally, and it's just time. So, and plus I wanted to do it because it's something that I could help other people maybe try, but I don't want to recommend anything that I haven't tried myself, right? As a coach, just as integrity wise, especially something big like this. So this is a tune-up on my body for my health. So it's perfect timing, Michelle, because I was super sick and I already stopped drinking coffee because I was so sick. I already stopped drinking wine and all my sugar candies. Those are my 3 things. I'm coffee, wine, and my sugar candies are always been my tug on me. And I'll go overboard on some of those sometimes. But I want to find that I'm glad just to completely cut them out. So it's already been 8 days without those things. So I didn't start this weekend just because I'm nope. I did have a tiny bit of coffee this morning because I was 21 days with no coffee. I better have some. And it didn't even taste good. I couldn't believe it. I was darn, I threw out the half of the cup of coffee. Anyway, so maybe my taste buds have changed after being sick. But I am feeling better today. I haven't worked out. And again, on this 21-day Ultimate Reset, another main reason why I've never done it is because you are not supposed to do any intense workouts. And I am all about intense workouts. I love Insanity Max 30. That's the most intense workout we have. I like the original Insanity. I love just those hit hard, intense cardio workouts. Maybe because I was a runner, I don't know. But, and you can't do any of those kinds of things because you're not ingesting enough calories to do that. So you could do restorative yoga. I can walk my dog every day, thank goodness. And so, and I could also do Tai Chang. If anybody's ever heard of that, any of your challengers have ever done it. It's a program on Beachbody. They have it, and it's on Beachbody On Demand, thankfully, so I don't have to get the whole program or whatever. I just do it on there. And so I'm going to do that along with it too. So I'll have a mix of some movements because you can't just not move for 21 days. And eat a bunch of veggies. That sounds terrible. Anyway. But there's been numerous coaches that have done this program, so I know that that it's awesome and that if they can do it, I can do it, right? So I have a huge fear. So my biggest fear is that I'm going to fail in this too. And that like after a week, I'm going to want to have coffee and wine and my sugar candies, especially my sugar candies. I'm a sweet sour person. I don't know if anybody else is. I'm not like a huge chocolate, but so I have a big fear that I'm not going to be able to do it. But you know what? Like somebody else said on here, Victoria, I love what you said. I can do this. I got this. And you know why I believe I got this is because you all. Because I've told people that I have this goal. I've already shared it numerous times on my social media. I've shared it with my family. Shared it with all my challengers. All of the support. Then my husband knows, like, don't be putting, candy in front of me, or don't be, make your coffee over here. Don't bring it to me like he does every single morning. He brought it to me this morning. I was like, oh, that's when I had it. That's when I gave in and had the coffee. But you tell everybody, you make a goal, put it out there, and I'm not going to fail. I got this. So awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to announce too, because other people might listen after, and I'll put it in the page like by tomorrow, but we're going to have another one of these at the end of our 21-day fix. So if you don't know, this is new for us. We have never done, you are the first 21-day challenge kickoff Zoomers ever in all of my team Bleed in Love. Because we've never done it, and Joy Harrington is so rock star coach. She heard about it from another coach, and we always take things and steal things that other people are doing at work. And so we share all the tips and tricks as coaches. And so she was like, let's start doing this. So we did our first results one at the last of the other one, but we hadn't done a kickoff one. So you're my first ones, and so we're going to do a results one, and that is awesome because everybody who can get on, it'll be Sunday. The last Sunday, I don't have the date in my head right this second, but it'll be the last Sunday of our group. That's like our last official day.
July 3rd.
Thank you. July 3rd.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Awesome. The day before the 4th of July, yeah?
Yeah.
It's the last day of this challenge for this month. And so we'll do a results one. So we'll come and share our results. It doesn't have to be about the scale. Hopefully it's not even, actually. We'll talk about anything and everything that you have experienced as a benefit from doing your program. So.
And it was so fun. It was so fun to connect
Michelle
with everyone.
Michelle is the only one from
Yeah,
the group
to
right now that
connect
was
with
on that.
everybody
Yeah.
in the group. I loved it. I was like, can we do this like every other week?
Yeah, I know, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. And this is awesome too, just getting to see the faces right away, and then we'll recognize each other in there. It's so different than just being on the news feed, I think. Completely different, actually. Like even Dawn is a coach, and Dawn, did we give you a chance to go? Wait, you went, right? Oh yeah,
What?
she did. Sorry, you were the first one. I forgot if I didn't give you a chance.
Oh yeah, I
You were the
went
first one.
long time ago.
Sorry. But Dawn, for instance, like she's on a different team, but we're all part of the same team. And we've never even seen each other even on a Zoom like this, like talk to her. I've only ever seen her on Facebook for like almost 2 years or whatever long it's been. Long time. Anyway, so this is a great thing. So thank you so much for taking your time tonight. Anybody have any last minute, anything else? Okay, just wanted to make sure. So let me stop recording.